So today I'm going to be picking up BOD from the department where it's been on display for the month of September. I've kind of made a decision that I'm probably going to file it away a bit now. A bit like a fine wine. I kind of feel that's what it is. It's this thing that's going to get more interesting, perhaps as the years go past. Which was all part of it, linking into my social history. So as much as identifying the subjects that were passionate to me and looking at my identity, it was about it getting more interesting as it got older. I think, you know, it's looking back on my MA, went way too quickly. I got out of it things that I didn't expect to. And this project really, sometimes I think, I wish I'd done something that showed my style of illustration more, which is now very much hands-on drawing, watercolour and digitising and digital collage. So I kind of, especially when I've put it on display, because I think it doesn't show really what I do now, and also I know that a lot of people won't have checked out the backstory, so what they see there is kind of the tip of the iceberg of what BOD was for me personally, and that was the whole point. The whole point was that the Bag of Dopamine project was devised to carry me through my MA, of which I knew that I had 6 months that I had to solely focus on one project, and for me that's quite hard, which is why I came up with this idea of it very much focusing on me, like things that 100% interested me, I was passionate about, wanted to research, were part of my practice, but part of me as well. And 100% achieved that, and you know, big tick in the box really for self-satisfaction and pride that I made a project that inspired me every day that I worked on it, and I would look forward to getting up and just ideas sparking all over the place, and that I want to carry through in my practice. And also the cathartic effect of really giving myself space time to work out how I ticked, and that's carried on as well, like understanding oh, okay, perhaps that's why I think in that way and do things in a certain way. Yeah, it was good to unpick myself and my art practice and my history really, and understanding my learning style and making me feel okay about it, I think was the biggest thing. So making me feel it's okay to learn through play. And actually now, even when I do spend a whole day doing something and actually it's just a piece of, you know, it's just rubbish really, and sometimes I can even throw it away rather than feeling disheartened or anything else, I actually don't throw things away really now. I put them aside and I keep them in a book, which is part of the MA. That's left me that legacy of recording every idea and every mistake and every challenge, and keeping it as a record, because all those little mistakes are my way of learning. I can't look things up. I can't really be taught very easily on most things. And I always saw that as such a negative, but now I see it as a positive. And it leads to a very joyful life of play and experimentation. And, you know, I never know what my brain's going to come up with, and you know, it's not going to come up with anything amazingly original because so many fantastic people have done so much stuff, but I know that it's kind of it's that process that's gone through in my brain, and it's almost like freeing myself up to do that. Like, I've been in constraints a lot of my life, thinking there was perhaps rules you had to follow or ways you had to do things. And now I'm much freer to express myself and do things my way. And also realising, you know, the amount of people that say, when you say, oh, I've done an MA in illustration, say, oh, you're going to illustrate children's books. Well, probably not. you know, it's not the genre that I'm desperate to do. I very much like to keep my life on a balance where I can enjoy things that I want to do, enjoy playing, enjoy creating, being creative and inventive, and mix that up with my business that I've got, making souvenirs, which I'm incredibly proud of how I've taken that forward in the last few years. And that brings me my bread and butter income, mixed with commissions, which I love because they're different every time. But I very much like those social history ones and those connections with people and storytelling and, you know, actual real life memories of people or places. And then I do like doing whimsy things and whimsy stories, but I would say kind of my focus, I think, is on things that exist. I'm doing some lovely commissions of cats at the moment, and that's just really nice, because one of the favourite things I think is when I get a brief, and especially if it's a descriptive brief, and I've always loved this. I used to do swimming ones, and people will describe the personality of someone or a cat, and this is what they like doing, and this is a picture, and then I put that into an illustration, and I really enjoy that. It's a really nice thing to do, just to bring that little snapshot of somebody's life into a picture. So yes, so BOD is going to be tucked away, and I think will mature with age. I'm going to pick it up in a minute, see what state it's in after handling for a month. I know that people have seen it because people have told me. It'd be interesting to see how many people have signed their name in the back, and because a lot of people don't really read instructions or perhaps feel awkward about doing that, so we'll see. But I shall take you with me. We'll go and see what state it is, and then we're going to pack it away, and then I think I'm going to pop it on my shelf in the hive. And it served its purpose, and it served its purpose very well. So any misgivings I have about not doing something else, I have to remember why I chose that project and how well it served me. So, right, let's go get it. Right, I should just do, this is how it looks. Everybody ready in the back. How it's changed, like the mirror left open so people could see. This is a note in it. It says, I absolutely love your BOD project and how you have displayed it here in the apartment. Joyful, full of meaning and inspirational. Thank you. Nice, thank you, whoever you are. I'm going to leave it in there. It's going to stay in there. Put all these back. Few people have. That's good. A few people have written back. Right, got the coffee. I've bought my BOD back. And now deciding where BOD's going to live. There we go, there's BOD. I reckon possibly on one of the shelves up there, but maybe on this side actually, so that I can see it from where I work. Oh my god, I'm so sentimental, it's annoying. But it means a lot to me. This little box means a lot. It's been I don't know, I've put a lot of myself into it. I've discovered a lot about myself, and also, you know, I've wanted to do a degree for so long. Had a little bit of a chip on my shoulder about not having a degree, and I think being a dyslexic, I had a very confusing education, really, kind of feeling clever, like I felt clever, but then being told you're not. And so for years I've had that. So for me, maybe putting it up there will be a constant reminder that I can do stuff like I thought I could before people told me I couldn't. So currently I've got my Christmas box, and I don't even know what's in here. I think I was rotating some of my bits and bobs, so I'll find a new place for that is. And then BOD is going to sit up there, like that. And then it's whether I put my sketchbooks up there too, which I might do, but I'm not sure they'll fit. I might have to move things across. First two modules. Illustration, that's a proposal, and that's a question of research. So they're going to go this side. I kind of want them to be accessible, but not. They're going to be there, and then I'll put the other two here. So this is the main chunk, this old chunky one. It's the main bit of my major project. I don't know, maybe I should put them around that way. Kind of like seeing that. And this one is the illustration and context, and the rest of that one. That's alright. Happy with that? What do you think? Accessible if anybody does want to see it. At request. Mind hosting people in the hive to see BOD. In some ways it's quite nice when I can talk through it, because I think it kind of brings it to life as a little project. But if not, from where I sit and do my work, which is just down here, yeah, I can sit, and then I can see it up there. So I want to really just thank everybody who's been part of my journey, whether it's, I don't know, friends who've supported me along the way, new friends that I've made on my MA course, my lecturers who have just been brilliant, and I would like to get to know them better now I'm not a student. Roz for inviting me in the first place to do it, which is, like I said, was still an amazing day for me, being offered the MA when I went to apply for the BA. Even that in itself kind of gave me confidence, and that's what it started out as being all about. And as I said earlier, it's kind of turned into far more than that. And just thank you to my friends and family, really, and everybody who went to visit BOD in the department. And it was lovely. Zoe said that people had come in and go, oh, there it is, you know, there's BOD, and gone and sat and looked through it, and I liked it when I came to take it down, how it was all a little bit different, despite the fact I kind of said leave it as it is. It was nice that things have evolved and changed, and that was all part of it. It was all part of its story, so thank you. If you've been part of BOD's story, thank you very much.